The Little Princess and the Wind Spell That Wouldn't Stop. At the very top of Moonbeam Hill stood Silverbell Magic School, a place where towers curved like seashells, windows shimmered like soap bubbles, and even the staircases sometimes yawned and moved when they were sleepy. On this bright, breezy morning, a little princess skipped through the front gates. Her name was Princess Liora. Princess Liora had soft golden curls that bounced when she walked, a backpack filled with spell books that were almost as big as she was, and the most curious eyes anyone had ever seen. She loved magic school not because she was already good at magic, but because she wanted to learn.
Good morning, Wind,
she said politely as a gentle breeze fluttered her dress. The wind answered by tugging her ribbon off her hair and spinning it in a circle.
Oh, careful, please.
Liora giggled. The wind, however, did not listen. Listen about wind. That morning's class was held in the weather workshop, a round room with open windows, floating clouds, and jars labelled rain, snowflakes, sunbeams, and very small tornado. Do not open. Professor Zephyra, who wore a robe that fluttered even when she stood still, clapped her hands.
Today, we will practice wind spells,
she announced.
Wind is playful, helpful, and powerful, but only when treated with respect.
Princess Liora sat up very straight. She wanted to do well. She always did.
Remember, magic works best when your mind is calm and your heart is patient.
Professor Zephyra said gently. The students practiced tiny breezes, one to lift a feather, one to turn a page, one to cool a warm cup of cocoa. When it was Princess Liora's turn, she whispered carefully,
Whisper, Wind, come and play.
At first, everything was perfect. A small breeze danced around her desk. But then, whoosh! The wind grew louder, stronger, faster. Books flew open, cloud jars rattled, hats zoomed past like birds.
Uh-oh,
Liora whispered. The wind would not stop. The wind runs wild. Before anyone could say a counterspell, the wind burst out the windows and raced through the school. It spun flags into knots. It chased chalk across the floors. It lifted lunch napkins and turned them into flying butterflies.
stop.
Liora cried. But the wind only laughed, hoo-hoo, and rushed away. Professor Zephyra kilbesede her.
Princess Liora, it seems you've accidentally created a runaway wind spell,
she said kindly. Liora's eyes filled with tears.
I didn't mean to.
She said softly.
I know, magic mistakes happen. What matters is what we do next,
The professor replied. Following the wind, Princess Liora volunteered to help. With her friends beside her, she followed the wind through the school, to the library, where pages flapped like wings, to the dining hall where spoons skated across tables, to the garden where flowers bent and whispered nervously. The wind wasn't mean, it was just too excited.
It doesn't know how to slow down.
Liora realized. She remembered something Professor Zephyra often said.
Magic listens to feelings more than words.
So instead of shouting spells, Liora took a deep breath. In, out. She stood still, listening to the wind.
Es.
She said quietly. The wind hesitated.
I know having fun, but everyone is feeling dizzy, and I'm feeling a little scared.
Hello, she said quietly. The wind hesitated. I know you're having fun, Liora continued, but everyone is feeling dizzy, and I'm feeling a little scared. The wind softened just a bit.
I made you without calming my heart. That wasn't fair to you,
she said honestly. The breeze slowed into a swirl. Liora smiled gently.
Would you like to learn how to rest?
The calm spell? Princess Liora remembered a spell she had skipped before because it seemed boring. It was called the pause spell. She placed one hand on her chest and one on the ground. She whispered,
Wind that runs and never stays, pause with me for gentle days.
She breathed slowly. Her friends joined her. The flowers relaxed. The clouds drifted softly. The wind curled around her like a sleepy kitten. Finally, it stopped. A new understanding. The school was quiet again. Professor Zafira smiled proudly.
You didn't stop the wind with force. You stopped it with understanding,
she said. Princess Liora beamed. That afternoon, the wind returned small, polite, and helpful. It helped dry paint. It cooled warm soup. It lifted kites just high enough. Before bedtime, Liora wrote in her notebook, Today I learned that slowing down can be a kind of magic. Good night, little princess. That night, as Princess Liora lay in bed, a gentle breeze slipped through her window. It tucked her blanket. It kissed her cheek.
Good night,
she whispered. The wind answered softly, shh, and rested too. And at Silverbell Magic School, everyone slept peacefully, knowing that even the wildest magic can learn to be calm. The end.